Russell Wilson and the Broncos take on the Kansas City Chiefs for the first time this season. Can the Denver Broncos offense turn it around, maybe turn a corner against the Kansas City Chiefs at home for the win to break the losing streak? Will Nathaniel Hackett make it through the rest of the season? We're going to talk about all the stats here. I'm the Broncos gentleman, and welcome to the Get Bucked Game Day Podcast.
Javonte Williams takes the handoff. And Williams, nice second effort, still going. Javonte Williams carrying defenders. Second and 4. Jamar Jefferson in the game for the first time today. And a diving interception made at the 12-yard line. Justin Simmons with a spectacular pick. First down. Oh, that pick is made. On his way back is Bradley Chubb to the end zone. First and 10 in the backfield. And going in Sutton. Oh, he got it. What a catch. Touchdown, Denver.
Broncos Country, let's ride.
Good afternoon, Broncos Country. Good afternoon, NRW.
What up, what up, what up?
Welcome. Yes. It is Sunday. It is Wednesday. Welcome to the Get Buck Game Day podcast. Excuse me. What's up,
Isaiah. What's up? What's up? Well, you got the Broncos gentleman and the Broncos Viking. This time rocking the face paint because it's a big day. It's Kansas City Day.
So are you keeping it Broncos Viking or are you going to switch it to Mile High Viking?
I don't know yet, man. I haven't decided. Both sound good, I think. I don't know. What do you think? What do you think of which one should I go with?
Well, I was thinking Mile High Viking because it was Jay was going to be Denver Dream, you're Mile High Viking, and I'm going to be Broncos Gentleman. So it's Broncos, Mile High, and Denver. Or
I like it. I can go with that. I'll go change all my social media after this to Mile High Viking.
Love it. Well, afternoon.
All right.
What is up? Dave Full Glassman in the chat. What a orange and blue Broncos hurt. Yes, it is. It is game day. Game day. D-Rock, what up? What up? Hey guys and Dave, what's up?
That guy.
Hopefully, we're gonna get a win today. What's your
Look,
gut tell you today, John?
what does my gut tell me? We suck. I mean, look. I mean, I hate it. You know me. I'm the optimist, right? Of us three, you guys are pessimists. I'm the optimist, and I'm maybe not completely. Jay does always bet the over for some weird reason, but I mean, as of right now, I'm not feeling it. You guys, I have been the optimist all season, and I'm just not feeling like it's doing me any good at this point. I got to be honest with myself and with all of you. Broncos Country. I've got to be honest. We suck. I don't know what the problem is anymore. I was sitting there pointing fingers at this thing, that thing, the other thing, and being like, it's kind of a mix of them all. But at this point, nothing is going right. And
this is true. We agree, and we will get into that at the Get Bucket Game Day.
And of course,
show first, guys. You have to head on over to the NRWOB merch store.
Link in the bio below.
Get some actual nice things. So I am
good merch.
About to get me one of these hoodies for sure. It's definitely going to be my gym hoodie because I like working out in the gym. So I don't know if I'm going to get the NRWOB. I think, Johnny, do we have Mile High Fives hoodies?
Yeah.
So I'm definitely going to get me one of those for sure. Where is it? Let me see if I can. Anyways, guys, right over here, you got NRWB. Go scroll down. Mile High Five. Perfect. Definitely click on one of this. Let's see. I'll spend the $40.
Look at that, guys. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful.
Definitely.
It's a good looking hoodie. High quality. It's good stuff.
Yeah, guys, and you got all the different types of colors right here. I'm probably for a gym hoodie. I'm thinking, Johnny, what are you thinking for a gym hoodie? Should I? I mean, should I just go with the black? I mean,
You're
I
not gonna
like
be able
the
to
way
see
that.
part of it. You're not gonna be able to see much of it, or there's parts of it you won't be able to
Yeah,
see. But I do have it with white lettering too, so you should be able to find that.
I was just about to say, see if you can go and make the 5.
It's already done. It's already done. It's there. You just got to find it.
Love it. Definitely
So,
love it. So you guys can
all right.
definitely go
So
over the other part
like
of
we
my
said, like we said, it's good, high quality stuff. It's good. It's nice. It's comfortable. It's high quality. And speaking of high quality, jump on over to the sponsor of our show, W.GG. Get yourself some Jitterless Energy Blend. You guys, this stuff is awesome. Okay. It has the same caffeine as 2 cups of coffee, comes currently in 5 delicious flavors. You got the Beach and Peach. You've got the Dub Sludge. All of them really good flavors. Right there, you've got the Dragonade. All good flavors, one of a kind. You can't find those flavors anywhere else. But what makes Dubby so special? Guys, like I said, as much caffeine as 2 whole cups of coffee. However, no calories, no sugar, no maltodextrin, no fillers, and no artificial colors. This is about as all natural as it gets. It is packed absolutely full of B vitamins, amino acids, and a neuroenhancer to help with your to help with your reflexes and your thinking power. Guys, this stuff is awesome. I know I'm excited to actually finally get my first tub in the mail, but everybody that I've talked to and everything that I have seen is telling me that Dubby is 5 stars. Get on over Dubby.gg, and while you are there, go ahead and punch in code NRWOB10 for 10% off your purchase. Guys, get on over to Dubby.gg. Get yourself some Jitterless Energy.
Love it. So let's get into it. First, Charlie, I'm gonna pull up the injury report here. The first one we do is jump into the injury report. I took a glance at the injury report.
Does it?
And,
let me ask you, do you think the injury report even really matters against the Kansas City Chiefs right now?
I'd like to see, I think it does, because I'd like to see the update on Randy Gregory and Billy Turner, see when their return is. Definitely want to see the duo of Baron Browning and Randy Gregory. High pass rush pressure rate is what I would expect. I'd like to see that. But I'm just not seeing
Modelo is not bad. I didn't get any Corona this time. I got Modelo, and Modelo's it's not my Corona, but it's good.
And I know Cortland Sutton is out. So yeah, I think the injury report does definitely does matter. But I wanted to see what the matchups are. Let me see if I can pull this up. Broncos inactives. Here we go.
We've got that guy in the chat coming in saying injury list is longer than a Walgreens receipt. Ouch. Daniel W., our resident Seahawks fan, says resident Seahawks fan checking in. How are we doing? We're good, Daniel. We're good. You guys are better because we're getting you guys a great pick right now. But no, we're doing well. I wrecked the lens on my glasses today. Not a good thing because I am literally completely blind without these things, and not good to not be able to have this one line like right here down the middle of my eyeball. So I'm never gonna have to get in and get some new glasses now. But other than that, I'm great. Let's see.
Well, we got the injury report pulled up, Johnny. So good to see Michael Ojemudi's name back. He hasn't returned, but he's inactive. Cortland Sutton's inactive. Dalton Reisner's missing his first game this season. So that's why we elevated Netani Muti up from the practice squad. So I'm curious to see if they're going to put him there at left guard. I know Lloyd Cushenberry is still on IR, so Grant Glasgow going to have to sit there at center. So we're going to get to see the Netani. I think we're going to get to see the Netani Muti, Quinn Miners duo, that power duo that we know.
My only concern is we have not really seen Netani Muti in a mobile system, one where you need to be able to, the guard needs to be able to
we have, and that's why we put him on a practice squad, is because Nathaniel Hackett thought that he wasn't ready yet, and that's why Quinn Miners won the job. They thought that Netani Muti had some things to work on, especially in pass pro. But he was on the practice squad, and now he got moved up. So he's done enough to show that he's ready to move up. And now today's going to get the opportunity to show, has that helped? Has he progressed? Has he learned the outside zone scheme? And we get to see Quinn Miners and Johnny Bucci, and it definitely should help the run game. Unfortunately, our offensive line is beat up.
Beyond anything we could ever hope for.
I don't see anything about Billy Turner. So I think was he on the IR? I guess the injury is worse than we thought. Which is
it's not good. No, it's going to be Cam Fleming. It's going to be Cam Fleming and Calvin Anderson at our tackle positions. So it is what it is. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
That first round draft pick that George Payton got us, we're definitely going to have to use that on the right tackle. We're definitely going to have to use that on the right tackle. We're going to have to get that solidified.
So you say, but I can see it going in other places too.
Free agency?
Possibly. But I could honestly see that first round draft pick going to a center as well. So, he forgot Ojemudia was still on the team. That's funny.
I mean, it depends. It depends which one is a more urgent need. I think right tackle is more of an urgent need than center is. So I'm leaning to right tackle, but I hear your argument.
Daniel coming and talking about my glasses. Maybe it's a sign the gods don't want me to witness the Kansas City versus Broncos game incoming. I really think they can turn it around next year. You know what, Daniel? I think they can too. I really hope so. But it's all a matter of, what are they going to do? I mean, they've got to figure it out.
I think, and I was thinking about this today, I just don't think I think if you can take this type of offense and put it more under center, play action role, like he did in Seattle, why he was so successful in Seattle is because, he played under center. He did a lot of rollouts. He was mobile outside the pocket, being creative. I think if you can orient the West Coast offense, this Shanahan style offense, and make it more under center oriented, I think we can be very successful. Because I was wondering, and I asked you, Johnny, the other day, and I said, well, Clint Kubiak doesn't look any much better than Nathaniel Hackett did when he was calling the plays. So we thought, Clint Kubiak, calling the plays would be some different guy.
I think it's the playbook. I think the problem is the playbook.
And that's what we came up with. And that's what we decided was it's not the play caller, it's the playbook itself. And it just does not fit Russell Wilson. So it's going to be interesting to see if what they do for next year with the improvement. Who would you use, in my opinion? I was thinking about this earlier. In my opinion, maybe you elevate Evero to head coach. He's done a fantastic job. And I advocated for this person last year, but I haven't thought about it yet. But, leaving Evero there, I don't know who the offensive coordinator would be. But it just seems like it's the playbook. Unless Nathaniel Hackett can revamp the playbook and prove to George Payton and the owners that this is going to make a difference going in year two, I can't see how any other improvement comes besides moving on from top bottom. What do you think, Johnny?
I don't know. I mean, there are so many things up in the air. And that was the one thing that really pisses me off about this season, right? Because going into this season, we thought we finally figured it out. We finally got the answers. We're finally getting away from what has been killing us this whole time. And it's time for us to turn a new leaf and see a whole new, a whole new side of our team, right? No, wrong. We look worse.
Yeah.
And now we get to go into next season again, wondering what we can do to change it again.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm so sick of spending every single day wondering how can we fix this? I know. I'll be the general manager. You be the coach. Let's go.
Let's do it. Fix it. I actually just finished coaching my at the college I work at, the flag football team to a championship. So
yay, that's cute.
So I'm getting my resume's ready. My resume's ready.
Yeah. So. Now you know what? We don't even need the resumes. We're gonna walk in the door. I'm gonna look Georgie boy in the eye and be like, "This is my office now."
Well,
I'm gonna be like, "What's that guy from Captain Phillips?" Look at me. Look at me. I am the GM now.
Well, Yeah, I asked if they would give us rings. They said no, we're gonna get shirts. So I tried. But Daniel says, for your center comment earlier, Johnny, he said there's not a lot of good centers available worth in the first. I've been scouting them because Seahawks need one as well. Maybe Cedric Van Pran from Georgia, but even that's a race. Zero like Linderbaum. Well, you guys can have Lloyd Cushenberry. We'll trade the Broncos will give you Lloyd Cushenberry since you guys need a center, but you have to give us a first round pick in return. So,
yeah, you have to give us our first rounder back. How about
you guys
that?
get a center, we get a draft pick. But that's also another reason why I'm leaning toward a right tackle, Johnny, instead of a center, because we do have a first round pick, and I think getting a right tackle for a first round pick is very important. I was thinking
might even be left tackle, buddy, given Garrett Bowles' current recent injury and his
well, this is Garrett Bowles' really first big injury, so he'll definitely come back.
It's not even so much the injury; it's more the price tag.
Well, he's still coming back with 2 years left, and he is a good left tackle, so I'd keep him. And I think what I can see.
I know. I get what you're saying, and I'm not the one saying this. Actually, by the way, someone inside the organization, inside the Broncos organization, are the insider. You know who I'm talking about. He's the one that has brought this up. So,
well, if he says it, me personally, I don't see it because we don't even have one bookend on the right side. Why move on and not have a right or left?
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
So what I can see us doing is definitely if Billy Turner gets healthy toward the end of the season, I can see giving him a 1-year extension, drafting a right tackle in the first round, letting him sit 1 year behind Billy Turner's 1-year contract because he'll be 33, 34. And then once he sits behind Billy Turner, works with Russell Wilson, you give him the job after Billy Turner's contract. So I can definitely see that. Let's see what we got here.
Our boy Tywai in the house.
What up, Tywai? So we need that guy says we need so many spots filled. It's extremely hard to predict what we're doing with the first round pick. It wouldn't shock me if we get a QB or trade for Trey Lance.
That's not happening, Shadow. Come on, bro. I know you're smarter than that, bro. That's not happening. So,
right tackle and a center bad. Even a guard, then we need more pass rushers and corners. I'm not adverse, and I've told you on this. I'm not adverse if Graham Glasgow proves to be a pretty good center. The pocket hasn't been collapsing on Russell Wilson. It's been kind of collapsing actually on the guards. Quentin Miners has been struggling in pass protection. That right side is weak, and so but it hasn't been collapsing up the center like when Lloyd Cushenberry was in there. And the run game has seemed to improve since Graham Glasgow's been in there. I wouldn't be adverse to giving Graham Glasgow a contract as a center for a few years. Give him that to be our center. And
maybe while we develop Luke Wattenberg or
get a third round center, maybe if not a defensive back, but Damari Mathis has been playing real well. Tywai says, ain't even a good middle linebacker. Yeah, because is Jonas Griffith on IR? Because I was thinking about this earlier.
Yeah, he is. But I mean, the beautiful thing with that is that Alex Singleton hasn't missed a step.
He hasn't, and he's really good at but he's got to be. He's not athletic. Jonas Griffith in his past.
Maybe not, but the guy, no, he's athletic as hell. Ejiro Evero said he's one of the fastest linebackers he's ever coached.
Good. He seems to be playing well with Josie Joe too.
He does.
Be behind Williams. I'm officially on Tony Pollard to Denver train. Tony Pollard is tearing it up in Dallas. He's going to be a free agent.
God, here he goes.
Ezekiel Elliott still has his contract, so they have to pay out Ezekiel Elliott, and they have to give Tony Pollard a contract. But Tony Pollard is going to be a hot free agent. I can definitely see George. I definitely love to see George Payton getting Tony Pollard and having a 1-2 duo between Javonte Williams and Tony Pollard. Definitely both good and pass catching too. I would love to see that. What do you think about coming to Denver with Javonte Williams?
It'd be pretty incredible. They both have complementary skill sets to one another, and it would be a great 1-2 punch. I don't know what the actual spectrum is on that happening, but I like what good question. Good question, Shadow. Do we extend Alex Singleton? Abso-freaking-lutely, we extend Alex Singleton. Absolutely. Good to see you, Daniel, and we will see you next time, buddy. So let's see. Yeah, I would absolutely extend Alex Singleton. I think he's shown up and he's absolutely he's just impressed beyond what you would have expected him to do. I mean, for crying out loud, we grabbed him from the Canadian Football League, and yet here he is, and he's
all over the field. He's all over the field.
He's so fast, but he's also got Josie Jewell-esque instincts.
He does. He leads the team in tackles. He leads the team in tackles, and he didn't even start the year. He came off the bench leading the team in tackles. He's an absolute tackle machine. Taiwan makes
he's a machine.
Point, which further proves my point. He says Javonte Williams might not even be back for the start of next season because his injury is almost a 2-year injury. Yeah, he had so much messed up.
And something I said to another fan.
More sense for George Payton to go get Tony Pollard a contract and say, hey, here's some money. Come in. This backfield is yours. And then Javonte Williams, who's already used to sharing carries, gets to rest up. Tony Pollard, we still I think we have Mike Boone for what, one more year? Or is this Mike Boone's last year on his contract?
This is the last year. This is the last year on his contract. When we got him last season, it was for 2.
We might go get another running back in the draft. So it'll be Tony Pollard and another running back.
Here's the thing.
Javonte Williams comes back.
With the Javonte Williams injury, he tore his LCL and his ACL simultaneously. Okay. Now, just tearing one of those could take an entire season to heal up.
Yes.
But even if it takes 2 seasons to heal up, that kind of injury, he may not ever be the same. Even when he comes back, he may not ever look like what we came to know, love, and respect about Javonte Williams. Unfortunately, I'm not sitting here trying to talk down. I'm not trying to, be a negative Nancy or whatever you want to say, but I have seen people with similar injuries, and I'm going to tell you right now, we may have seen the last of the best of Javonte Williams. It's very unfortunate
that we haven't seen the best yet. That's the direction I'm going to go. And
that's fine.
There's further.
That's from somebody who has never worked a day in the medical field in his life. Oh, I'm joking.
Is going to need some time to heal correctly. Yeah, that's perfect for Tony Pollard's contract. He's looking to be the guy. He's looking to get the carries.
Oh my God! Get off this Tony Pollard. Tony Pollard.
I'm the conductor. I'm leading that. I'm leading this.
We're nowhere near that time of the year yet. Let's just let's talk about something relevant. I'm joking, of course. Everything's relevant. All things are relevant. It's just fun to give you crap. Ty.
Yep, he says yes, most likely a 2-year injury, and he'll never be the same. May never be the same. It's true. Adrian Peterson was lucky to come back. Yeah, it's just all about his recovery and how that goes. He's still on his rookie contract, so we definitely got to look for a definitely running back. And like I said, Ezekiel's on, I think, 2 more years into the contract. So what they have to do if they want to keep one of them, they'd have to cut Tony. They'd have to, if they want to keep both of them, they have to pay Ezekiel and pay Tony Pollard.
They won't.
The question is, do they want to keep Tony Pollard and get rid of Ezekiel? Well, they have to cut him and pay him still, pay up that money, not doing too well with the salary cap. So Tony Pollard may hit the market, and I can definitely see George Payton going to go say, hey, Javonte Williams is going to be down for a couple of years. You want money, you want carries. I know a perfect place for you to do that. And you're a good receiving back as well. You're explosive, you're quick. You fit the outside zone scheme very, very well. Very well. He would fit it very well.
Very well. I don't discount that at all.
Yeah, you got the running back.
I like what Taiwai says here. You don't need anyone in free agency as a running back. There are so many young good running backs coming into the draft this year, and there are every year. And that's one of those positions where there's that's why teams are so okay with the idea of this revolving door of running backs. Because they can use up a guy. It's sad saying it that way. They can use up a guy in a few years, let him go, and grab a new one. It's unfortunate the way that works, but that's exactly how it works for that position.
That's a possibility, but I wouldn't surprised to see Taiwan says definitely. I actually was agreeing with your point that I was coming from the perspective of Adrian Peterson, that Adrian Peterson came back. And I think he won MVP over Peyton Manning the year after his injury. So,
he did. But I mean, that is such a unicorn kind. That is a unicorn recovery.
I'm coming from the optimist side and saying,
Oh, I know you are. I'm just telling you from a medical professional sitting right here telling you that is a unicorn recovery.
I know that. I'm aware of that. Yeah, I'm just saying.
Right.
I think he's going to be the other guy to do that and putting faith in Javonte Williams. But yeah, somebody else.
Pookie.
He
Your
said,
namesake.
I actually like the idea of Pollard. Yeah, I mean, you have a veteran guy that comes in, that's hungry, that's healthy, that wants to rock, that's good, that's quick, fast, explosive, fits the outside zone scheme. He wants the carries. We need a guy who wants the carries, who can take care of the ball, who can also catch the ball. I think him and Russell Wilson could work really well once we get that offensive line situation down packed. I think he'd be really well. He would do really, really well. And we need a guy just like that right now because as we all agreeing, it's a 2-year recovery for Javonte Williams. I think it's a really good fit.
Sure. All right. So we've kind of beaten that subject to death. Let's move on from it if you don't mind. In my opinion, anyway, it's your show, but I'd really like to move on to talk more about today's game.
So with Cortland Sutton being out, it's definitely going to be Greg Dulcich.
I was going to say this is Greg Dulcich's day.
Yeah,
again.
Greg Dulcich, Jerry Jeudy. It's KJ Hamler's on IR, unfortunately. Kendall Hinton's definitely going to be in there. Brandon Johnson. I think Jalen Virgil's still called up, but it's definitely going to be. And one thing I've noticed that the offense is a little bit more efficient, a little bit more explosive when Russell Wilson targets Greg Dulcich and Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah,
the offense is definitely a lot more explosive, and this is going to be their game today. This is definitely going to be their game today. And so I think Clint Kubiak is still calling the plays. It's going to be interesting to see how he schemes Jerry Jeudy and Greg Dulcich. These are definitely their days. And definitely Marlon Mack and Devontae Murray definitely have to get the run game going as well because Dulcich, Jerry Jeudy work really well out of play action.
Sorry, I called an audible.
For play action to be successful, you have to get the run game going. But this is definitely Greg Dulcich with Cortland Sutton being out. It's going to be interesting to see how Russell Wilson adjusts, how the offense adjusts, who steps up. I can see Kendall Hinton having a big day as well.
Sure, I could too. Greg Dulcich is the guy for this game. He is very quickly turned out to be an absolute monster weapon for Russ.
Great pick by George Payton.
He gets open. You got to think, given that he missed like half the season on injury at first, comes in and just does what he's doing. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, he came in and made immediate impact. He came in, he's made an immediate impact. Really incredible.
So who do you think, what is the key? What is the Broncos' key to the game?
Well, Ty mentions it. He says, I'm just sick of losing, but I want to beat the Chiefs. And actually, on Bleacher Report, Denver's picked by some to win because of the defense. So Ty mentions one of the keys to the game, which is defense. Definitely turnovers. Pat Surtain is definitely, it's time for him to get his interceptions. Justin Simmons came back from injury and has 3 interceptions immediately, 2 in one game. So he's
that's right. Yeah. You are big boy JC or Jay Sims.
Good friend of the show. Jay Sims is
great friend of the show.
And
we're gonna get him on soon again. By the way, I'm working on that right now. Actually, getting him back.
I think this is Pat Surtain. Pat Surtain has had before last week a rough couple of weeks against Devontae Adams and I think DJ Moore in Carolina. But I think this is his redemption game on defense. I also think this is Baron Browning. He's kind of been quiet the last couple of weeks. I think this is time for him to come out and show that, hey, we moved on from Bradley Chubb. We put our faith and trust in you and your development as an edge rusher. Prove us right. And I think this is definitely a big
he
game.
will. He will.
All
right. So the defense is the Broncos' key.
I think it's a key to the game for sure.
So I agree. I do, however, obviously, here's the thing. We're talking, I'm going to disagree with you on one respect. Obviously, our defense is key because it has to be. That's the only thing that this team has to brag about is our defense. But key to the game today, we have got to score points.
You're talking about a key or the key?
For me, the key.
Well, there's not just a key, but
sorry, like the pentultimate key, the one, you have key, and then there's the top key, the master key. You know what I mean?
Well, I definitely agree with you. We have to score points. The offense has to find a way to move.
Because here's the thing: the Chiefs are going to score. They're going to score. We are not. I wish I could say we would, but we are talking about the Kansas City Chiefs. This defense is great, but they are not going to shut out the Chiefs, and they may not even successfully hold them as low as they have almost every other team in the NFL this season. They might give them up over 20 at least. All right. So the key to the Broncos winning, we have to put points on the board. It's the only way we even have a snowball's chance in hell of winning this game.
Yeah, and I think the way we do that is we put Russell Wilson under center. We get the run game going. We do some play action. Like I said earlier, Jerry Jeudy and Greg Dulcich are very successful getting separation. Greg Dulcich has really, really good hands. Greg Dulcich really does not drop many passes. He has really, really good hands. And that's the thing that Albert O was supposed to have and was supposed to be the guy. He's been elevated as well, was those good hands. Greg Dulcich has come in and shown immediately that he can catch the ball. But Jerry Jeudy, Greg Dulcich are really successful out of play action. So I think it's get under center. That's how you score points. That's how you take time off the clock. Keep the ball in Patrick Mahomes' hands. As you get under center, you run the ball, you go play action. You do well on first and second down. Ty, we're definitely going to link up.
He wants to come live with us. Hey, Isaiah's got room.
Yeah. All right.
Wow. That's all you're going to give the poor guy? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Don't even indulge him a little, huh?
He wants to come on live. Yeah, we're definitely going
to. No. He wants to come live with one of us. Live.
I don't know why I kept saying live. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You've got the room. You got more room than I do.
Yeah, that is true. Your house is definitely crowded.
My house is crowded, y'all. I've got me, my wife, my 3 kids, 3 dogs, and one of my brothers living here in my house. Yeah, it's a crowded household.
Yeah, everybody's definitely saying the same thing. It's definitely Levante Murray.
Latavius Murray.
Latavius. I'm messing that.
Levante.
Latavius. He's definitely the key. I agree. He's just a big bodied running back that's hard to bring down. And he just leans forward.
I love that he falls forward.
Yards. Yes, exactly.
He always falls forward.
I agree here. For whatever reason, we haven't had a scoop and score or a pick six in a while. And we get the turnovers, but when we get turnovers in our offense, just does nothing with it. So Justin Simmons, Patrick, and Damari Mathis. I think Damari Mathis can get an interception today. He's done since the 4 pass interference calls. He had 1 game. He's actually done really well.
Yeah,
he's done really well since that game. Everyone's put a lot of trust and confidence in him. Kept him in there, didn't take him out, and he's actually done really well.
Well, the thing is, those 4 pass interferences in 1 game, they were designed. Like those passes that were thrown and where he was targeted literally were designed to draw pass interference. It's just like it was. It's just like it was last week when Lamar Jackson. I can't remember who he was throwing to, but I know that he was covered by Pat Surtain. This guy, no way he's outrunning Pat Surtain. He knows it. Pat Surtain knows it, and Lamar Jackson knows it.
Well, I want to give Damari Mathis.
So he throws. Lamar Jackson puts up a pass, an out route along the sideline, knowing full well that it's going to draw pass interference, and those are designed that way.
The Denver Dream checks in. He said, "What's up, boys? They're in spirit. Can't wait for all the positive vibes post game with y'all. Streak ends today. Love the optimism. I'm right there with you."
There's our J. There's our J, Bob.
I want to give Damari Mathis credit because you would think with 4 pass interferences in 1 game, he's a rookie cornerback. You would think that the statistics will bear out that our defense has gotten worse. We're giving up more passing yards, more big plays because we have a rookie cornerback who had 4 pass interference calls in 1 game. Quarterback's going to pick on him a lot more. You would think the stats would reflect that, but they don't because he fixed it immediately. He hasn't been picked on. He hasn't been giving up big plays. Our defense is relatively top 3, top 2. Definitely one of the best in the NFL. And he's really stepped up in that role with high expectations from Ronald Darby and really done his job and kept it the same. So Ronald Darby definitely has to look out next year because Damari Mathis isn't just going to give up that spot. He's going to fight for that in preseason and training camp. And I love the competition That means Ronald Darby's going to have to come back as the vet, and he's going to have to fight for that position because DeMar Mathis he's stepping up and he's earning it. So I definitely want to give shout out and credit to him.
Absolutely. We have a new name in the chat we've never seen before, Jerry Engel. So it's here's to you, Jerry. Welcome.
Welcome.
He's asking if anybody in our chat wants to buy his tickets. Guys, I totally would. Were I 1,000 miles closer to Denver.
Yeah.
But so if there's anybody in the chat in Denver right now that needs tickets, hit up Jerry. Normally Jerry, I totally bump anybody who's trying to self-promote or anything like that or sell something in this chat. But being as it's tickets to a Broncos game and you don't want to be there, we want Broncos fans in those stands, so sell away. So anyway, all right, so those are the keys to the game, in my opinion. Absolutely, the Broncos have got to find a way to score, and our defense has to play as stout as they have all season.
Correct.
I mean, granted, this sounds so stupid saying that because that's literally the keys to every game that we've lost this season.
We definitely have to make Patrick Mahomes uncomfortable. I think this is where Draymond Jones.
It is Jay Sims' time.
Jonathan Cooper stepped up last game, but I think this is where Draymond Jones he's been saying he wants his contract. We've been saying this is a Pro Bowl year for him. He was one of the best pass interior rushers in the NFL. Kind of went quiet for a little bit. You hear from him here and there. I think this is the game where if he says, hey, I'm right here, like he said in his press conference, I'm right here now. Okay. This is it right here. I think this is where he steps up. 2 sacks, 1 forced fumble is definitely.
I pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
You got to get those numbers. I mean, you got Nick Benito in there who's having a hard time with the run game, setting the edge. Jonathan Cooper as well. Baron Brownie's got to step up. So we definitely need the interior.
Somebody get you to the Happy Meal.
Yeah, I think Draymond Jones could definitely have a big game.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you know what? I'm going to say it right now. I wore this jersey for a reason, not just because I wanted to wear a jersey, not just because Jay Sims is a good friend of this show, but because it's his time. This is his time to finally get one over on Patrick Mahomes. All right. I'm gonna give you guys some really disturbing ways to look at this current losing streak to the Chiefs. Okay. There's only one player currently on the team who has ever beaten the Chiefs, and that is Brandon McManus.
B-Mac.
Okay. The last time the Denver Broncos won against the Kansas City Chiefs, they hoisted the Lombardi 3 months later.
This is true.
Okay. So literally, Peyton Manning was still here, and we were on our way to the Super Bowl to put up to win some rings. Okay. That's just a couple of those disturbing stats, but that's what they are. Okay. I had the privilege to witness a Broncos Chiefs game last season, the season finale in Denver. And I loved every minute of it. We lost, and it was close. Drew Lock actually almost brought us a win against Kansas City. It was very close. But you know what? I'm so sick of the Chiefs being able to hold that over us. 7 friggin' years, guys. That is, in football, that is a lifetime. There are guys who have come into the NFL and retired in that time. I mean, that's disgusting. Can't handle it. There you go. Jay, that's a good point, Jay. His children have never seen a win versus Kansas City.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
And here's the thing. Jackson has, right? You remember because you were there.
Yeah.
But Jackson was only 8 months old. So my oldest was not even a year old yet the last time that we beat Kansas City. I am disgusted. That is disgusting.
One of us has made a gross error.
I'm just saying. 2
TDs for Jared today. I can see that.
That'd be pretty amazing.
Having a monster game. I can definitely see Jerry Jeudy having a monster game.
I want to see. Here's what I want to see. Do I think it's going to happen? Probably not. But I want to see one of these semi-obscure wide receivers come out of nowhere and just have a big game. Jalen Virgil, Brandon Johnson. I want to see one of those dudes just light it up.
I can see Kendall Hinton. I definitely see Kendall Hinton having a big game.
But see, to me, but I'm talking about a guy who hasn't already made waves in Denver. Kendall Hinton has made his own waves in his own way, not the way we would want him to necessarily. But just think about it. He's like, his name will forever be remembered in the annals of Broncos history. Like, he will be remembered more than guys that have done more than he has. If you get what I'm saying there.
Yeah.
Like, his name is etched, okay? I want to see one of these guys, these obscure dudes coming up from the practice squad who we have never seen do anything real in a regular season game. Brandon Johnson, Jalen Virgil, one of these guys come out and like be like, "Hey Russ, this is my time."
I can definitely see Jalen Virgil. I always like Jalen Virgil coming through training camp against the Titans. His first NFL catch was a touchdown. So I can definitely see him. He's definitely a big body receiver. So it'd be put him on the outside the numbers. See how he steps up and does with Courtland Sutton out. See if he can fill that hole. I can definitely see him doing that. So yeah, I agree with that. I definitely want to see that. Let's move on. Since we talked about the keys to the game, Johnny, I want to move on to one of our favorite segments. Johnny.
Hold on. Give me a second. I'm just checking one thing real quick.
Good Lord, Johnny. I had momentum, and then you shut it down.
And go.
And now I'm insulted.
No,
Ladies
keep
and
going.
gentlemen, our next segment, the Mile High Menu.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Catchy, too.
It is, isn't it? I was like, you know what? I thought it kind of had like a Macy Gray sound to it.
Yeah, I can hear it. I definitely can hear it.
A little bit. I was like, you know what? I love Macy Gray. Let's go with that song.
Got a jingle to it, too. So,
right.
Johnny, the Mile High Menu, which is where we discuss, and you guys fill up the chat and tell us, what are we cooking? What are we sauteing?
What are we eating?
Frying? What are we baking? What are we grilling?
What are we ordering, if that's your thing?
Exactly. What is on the menu today? So you guys let us know. Fill up the chat. This is the Mile High Menu. Johnny, what are you eating today?
What am I eating today? All right. So I am making homemade orange chicken with lo mein noodles. It's a pretty easy recipe. It's not really hard at all. It's like you just go out and buy some of that, like toss in the oven popcorn chicken from Walmart, and then you mix up a mixture of barbecue sauce with some orange marmalade jam, and toss the chicken in it. Make one of those instant squares of lo mein noodles and throw it on top. Boom, done.
Sounds
quick and easy.
The Denver Dream comes in. He says, "I'm eating chili."
Oh no, chili flavored chili.
If I had to bet on whether or not the Denver Dream was eating chili today, I would have won no money because
I would that would have been unfair because I can smell him from here. I already know.
That guy coming and says chicken parm. Chicken parm sounds
parm.
good.
That's my boy. I love it.
I'm having lemon pepper. I grilled lemon pepper chicken. So that is waiting for me. So I am working on a certain flavor that I think I figured out and put together.
Dude, that guy coming at me. Macy Gray drop. Is this 2006? Who cares? Don't be dogging on my girl Macy. I love Macy. I still love Macy Gray.
All right, guys, let us know in the chat what you are having.
Hold on, we're not done yet, though, are we? I mean, what? Yeah. So let's see. I might have some chips and dip too. I've got this, like just a snack at like halftime, I think, or maybe in like the third or fourth quarter.
That's what I was going to do. Oh,
what?
Man, I was going to do nachos.
Oh no! Yeah, you ain't got time.
I had to thought of it.
No, what I'm doing though, I've got it's now our very local legendary food, Nashville hot chicken.
Mm-hmm.
There's a Nashville hot dip, like maybe like a ranch base, but with Nashville hot sauce in it.
Sounds good.
And man, with just plain Ruffles, right? They gotta be Ruffles because you gotta have that crunch. Like Lay's potato chips are all right, but dude, I want Ruffles because I want that. I want the ridges. I want that crunch that comes with them. So Ruffles, in addition to my homemade my orange chicken and lo mein, I'm gonna do some Nashville hot dip with some Ruffles. Ruffles have ridges.
That sounds delicious. I would be breaking my diet if I did that, so I cannot. So that's why I'm on the carnivore keto diet. So I've lost about.
You know what the key to not breaking your diet is?
Not breaking it.
No, don't go on a diet, and then there's no need to break it.
Ah,
It's that easy.
except I got too fat, so now I'm losing weight. I've lost about.
What are you trying to say?
On the carnivore keto diet, I've lost about 15 pounds. So I would eat the chips and dips, but I just went with the grilled lemon pepper chicken, which is gonna be
good though.
Good. So stuck to the diet, and was able to eat something good. So who says diets don't have to taste good, right?
Pretty much. Well, I mean that doesn't really mean anything because technically anything you eat is technically a diet.
Who says healthy diets don't have to taste good? There you go.
Me.
Johnny, what is your prediction for this game?
So are we doing want to bet right now? Because I've got our odds. I'm working on getting our odds up here.
You know what? Let's go ahead and we did Maha menu. Let's go ahead and transition into wanna bet. That sounds like a fantastic idea, Johnny. Bring it.
All right, hang on. All right, yeah, well, give me a second. You go ahead and do it. Let's go.
Money line, I'ma run it every time. Give me mine, going up, need no decline. Money line, I'ma run it.
All right, you guys. Here we go. Oh
Hey,
man,
you know that, Johnny. That's hard to see.
Oh, okay. Hang on. Let me know when it looks good. 1, 2, 3.
There we go.
All right. So going into it right now, I've got the spread, the total. All right. So we've got the spread, the total, and the money line based on several, not the three, but several different betting sites, their odds on this game today. So looking at it right now, FanDuel's has the Chiefs coming in at 8.5-point favorites to win this game. Shocking. The Broncos are 9 under to win this game right now. Painful. All right, so the spread on the Broncos is -107. The spread on the Chiefs is -115. That's again painful. All right. So looking at our totals right now, they're pretty close. FanDuel and Unibet. One for the Chiefs, one for the Broncos. Unibet is giving a total score of 43.5 points. While FanDuel is giving it 44.5. So within 1 point of each other. So let's just call it for S's and G's on this show today. We will call it 44. What do you say? You agree? You concur, Doctor? Okay. The money line on the Kansas City Chiefs is 400 under. Wow. That is so insulting and completely justified. Insulting and yet completely justified. The Broncos are the money line on the Broncos is plus 375. Yow. Okay, so who wants to bet? Jay says he's betting the over again.
Yes, he is.
Since he says that, Jay, if you're betting the over and the Broncos to win, boy, you're getting so rich. I'm just saying. So, all right, Isaiah, I kind of ran this segment. So I think you, my friend, you should tell me what's the outcome of this game. Give me total score, the winner, do they cover, and what's the spread?
I'm going to go Broncos 21-17. This
21-17.
spread is
39 points, so you take the under.
well, I'm looking at Bet MGM right now, and I'm going to go Broncos by 1 through 6. Points 1 through 6. So I'm going to say 21-17. Broncos win by 4.
Oh, so the Broncos don't cover the spread, but they do.
What's the spread?
So looking at it right here, the Broncos are 9-point underdogs in this game.
Yeah, 8.59.
So
No, definitely they don't cover the spread, but they do win.
All right. I love it. All right. So the Broncos win, but they don't cover, and Jay becomes a rich man. No, I'm just kidding. He's betting the overs. So Jay says he's taking the overs. He always does. Dave comes in. Oh wait, Jay says Broncos cover. It's definitely an over. 24-21. Denver with the upset.
He gave me I said 21-17. He said 24-21. Well, that's about the same thing. Me and the Denver Dream on the same page. Johnny, when it's your turn, you better not be an outcast or you're fired from the show. You better get on this board.
Hold on.
I
do want to bring up this. Dave just gave me a massive correction. And here's the thing, Dave. Jay is my resident betting expert. I am not. I do gamble, but I don't do sports gambling. I play cards. So I guess I misunderstood a part of it. So thank you for clearing that up for me. All right. But Dave, he predicts Broncos to cover and the under. So upset. I love it. Dave has been outside of himself and been the negative Nancy as of late.
Outside of himself.
Oh, shoot. But then he comes in afterwards. He says, we lose, but we still cover. That's painful. No. Okay, fine. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. I am still fighting this cough. I'm not sick anymore, but I'm still fighting this dang cough, and I'm so over it. Oh. So, let's see. That guy, I love the enthusiasm, fellas, but let's be real, though. 12-15, 30 to 34, Kansas City.
Yeah, let's be realistic.
No, you know what? I don't want to be. You know what? That's what makes this show different. I can be a realist, but I can also be hopeful all at the same time. Okay? My realism side is saying the Broncos suck. My realism side is saying that the Broncos have given me no reason to trust that my team can win this game this season. They've given me no reason to believe it. But I'm also still the optimist, the hopeful, the dreamer, whatever you want to say. So I take the Broncos to upset as well. And I'm taking, this is tough. Isaiah, you took the under. Jay took the over.
Wait. You said what was it, 40.5?
44. We'll call it 44.
So I said 21-17. That's 30.
It's 39.
Yeah, I say under. Broncos and under.
38. 38. So
yeah, well, yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'm not going to change myself. I've taken the under every time recently, and I'm sticking with it. I'm going to say the Broncos with the upset with the under. I'm going to give it a score of 24-17.
24-17. So you agree with Jay?
Yeah, and you know what? That still keeps me. Yeah, that still keeps me at the under. Yeah, it does. It still keeps me the under, but the Broncos still win and cover. So there it is, guys. That's it. All right. So that's been for now. That's been Wanna Bet.
Money line, I'ma run it every time. Give me mine, going
God, I love that song.
Well, Johnny, we have gone through everything. We have some optimism going into it.
All right.
Defense needs
Last
turnovers.
thing.
Offense needs scores. Johnny, what you got for us?
Last question I have for you. We need someone to be. Who is Patrick Mahomes' kryptonite today?
I'm going to go Pat Surtain.
All right. Guys, if you have any last comments, drop them in there. Let us know who you think the kryptonite to Superman, Patrick Mahomes, is today. So Isaiah chooses Pat Surtain. Excuse me. I'm so sorry, you guys. Isaiah gives us Pat Surtain. You know what? I'm going off the edge, and I'm giving it to Baron Browning. I want to see the Baron of Sacks. That's gonna be a nickname, by the way. It's got to be. I don't understand how anybody can think it won't be. The Baron of Sacks, in his face, harassing him all afternoon, and that's what I want to see. So I'm giving it to Baron Browning as being the kryptonite. So that's that, guys. That was my final question. I have nothing further, Your Honor.
I love it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming in and joining us for another episode of the Get Bucked Game Day Show. You have been through it with us all, the Mile High Menu, the You Want to Bet segment, and we have talked about it. Now let's go see if we can translate that on screen.
Let me see here. Can we give one last shout out to our sponsor here?
Yeah, go ahead, Johnny.
Guys, jump on over W.GG. Support the sponsor of this show. W Genderless Energy Blend. No artificial colors, no sweeteners, no sugar, no maltodextrin, no calories. 2 cups worth of coffee in caffeine, amino acids, B vitamins, and a neuro enhancer. 1 tub makes about 30 drinks, you guys, and 5 delicious flavors. 5 stars across the board. Jump on over W.GG and use code NRWOB10 at checkout to get yourself 10% off your order. That's NRWOB10 at W.GG for 10% off. Thank you for that, guys. And Isaiah, can I just say my one last thing?
Go ahead.
Kansas City, get bucked!
Get bucked, baby. All right,
out of here, Isaiah.
We'll see you after the game, hosted by the Denver Dream. He will be hosting the Buck Your Feelings podcast, win or lose. Will the Mile High Viking be there?
Yes, the question of my level of inebriation is the only question there will be. So,
all right, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you at the Buck Your Feelings postgame show. Broncos Country, let's ride.